3 basic percent problems that you may encounter in mathematics. As a point of introduction, today we are looking at percentages. So where have you seen percents in real life? Percentages, as we know, are parts out of 100. And so they can be represented as fractions that have a denominator of 100. If we say 30% of the cookies have been eaten, then 30 out of 100, or 30 cookies, are gone. Additionally, percentages can be represented as simplified fractions. If we say that 25% of a pizza has been eaten, then 25 out of 100, or 1/4 of the pizza, is gone. More pertinently, though, percentages can be written as decimals. Let's look at an example. 20% can be written as 0.2 since it is 20 over 100, as well as being 1/5. And so because a percent is a part out of 100, we're going to use this structure to help us answer some questions. If 6 out of 100 people surveyed like math, what percentage like math? That's going to have to be 6%. How could we rewrite some of these percents as decimals or decimals as percents? 7% would be the same as 0.07 or 64% as 0.64, whereas 0.91 would represent 91% and 0.04 would represent 4%. So what are the 3 basic types of percent problems? Well, the first is the missing is problem. We're going to be leaning on this structure of is over of being equal to percent over 100. So if we look at this first question, what is 80% of 16? Notice is the missing piece. That is becomes the unknown in our fraction. The of 16 becomes the denominator. And the 80% always goes in the percent spot over 100. From there, we can simply divide the 80 by 100, turn it into a decimal, and call that 0.8. And to get x alone, we are going to multiply the 16 in the denominator times the 0.8. So what is 80% of 16? It's 12.8. The second type of basic percent problem is if the of is missing. Notice in this example, 15 is 10% of what? Well, now the of what is the unknown. That goes in the denominator. The is 15. That goes over the top. And the 10%, because it is the percent, goes over 100. Now, when we go to break this down, we can divide the 10 by 100, turn that into 0.1. But in order to get the x alone, here we divide the 15 by the 0.1. The x and the 0.1 trade places, and we can find that 150 is the of. 15 is 10% of 150. The third type of percent problem is if the percentage is what's missing. 42 is what percent of 46? Now that what goes over the 100 since it's the percent that's missing. The is 42, the of is 46, and so now we can divide the 42 by 46 and get an approximated decimal of 0.913. To get the x by itself, we just multiply by the 100, and so 42 is 91.3% approximately of 46. And so we can utilize this is over of is percent over 100 structure to help us with the 3 different types of percent problems. Fill in the 2 known pieces and leave x in place of the missing one, and use your notes to solve.